We're coming up next weekend on the anniversary of the fatal shooting of an unarmed black man by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri. The police department there is now being run by a black chief, a veteran of the Glendale, Arizona PD. He took over in July, and Michelle Miller talked to him about the challenges.
A lot of people would ask, why would you want this job?
I've always been known as a consensus builder and one that can work within the boundaries of racial discord.
As the new interim police chief in Ferguson, Andre Anderson knows this town is still recovering from riots touched off last year when Officer Darren Wilson shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown.
This is our city!
Following last year's unrest, the Department of Justice launched an investigation into Ferguson's law enforcement practices. They found police routinely profiled and discriminated against African Americans. Between 2012 and 2014, 93% of all arrests were of black people.
There are police officers here that, quite frankly, some of them don't understand the dynamics of many people in the minority community. And to some degree, I would say that it's not their fault, because we have to train people to understand the community they serve.
The community they serve is 2/3 black. A year ago, there were 4 black officers out of 52. Today, that number isn't much different. Only 5 black cops out of a force of 50. But Anderson says to look beyond the numbers.
I always place the greatest emphasis on getting people with exceptional character and getting people with great decision-making skills. So obviously, race is a factor, but truly, we just need good people.
But the biggest priority for Anderson, telling cops to just get out there and talk to people.
If you're not interacting with the public on a regular basis, and you're interacting with individuals that are arrested, it kind of formulates an opinion about people in general. So it's going to take some time for us to change the culture. Give it time, we will get there.
And Anderson says he will have some of those reforms in place within 6 months. But as interim police chief, there are no guarantees that Ferguson City Council will appoint him to the permanent post. Scott, he says he'd like to stick around for the long haul to see those changes put in place.
Michelle Miller with the interview tonight. Thank you, Michelle.